The Q are a fascinating species within the Star Trek universe, and while their origins are still shrouded in some mystery, there's a wealth of information to be discussed about their interactions and roles within the Star Trek universe. So let's get into it. Origins of the Q. As a species and realm exist outside the traditional understanding of space and time, their origins remain one of the greatest mysteries in the Star Trek universe. The exact age of the Continuum or how it came into existence isn't specifically detailed in canonical sources. Despite their godlike powers, Q has hinted that they weren't always omnipotent. In various interactions, particularly with Captain Janeway in Star Trek Voyager, Q implies that they have evolved over time to achieve their current state. This suggests that, at some point, the Q might have been more akin to other species, progressing over countless millennia or even longer. The Q Continuum's realm and its nature. The Q Continuum exists in dimensions outside the known universe. When it's depicted on screen, it's always in metaphorical forms, tailored to be comprehensible to the viewer or for the Starfleet officers that are experiencing it. This was evident in Star Trek Voyager, where Captain Janeway is shown a representation of the Continuum as a Civil War scenario. Abilities and characteristics of the Q. The Q possess abilities that can manipulate time, space, reality, and matter itself. They can create intricate scenarios, reshape histories, or transform entities. This power, however, comes with its own rules. For instance, in Voyager, it's revealed that the Q Continuum generally forbids its members from procreating. Mortality and civil wars. Despite their omnipotence, Q can die. Some even have sought death, as seen in the Voyager episode Death Wish. The Continuum, being a collective of omnipotent beings, has faced its own share of internal struggles. Q references a Q civil war, which, due to the nature of the beings involved, had repercussions throughout the galaxy. Interactions with Starfleet and their purposes. Humanity's trial. One of the earliest interactions with Q places humanity on trial for being a dangerously savage child race. This trial is not a singular event but an ongoing process, suggesting that the Q see themselves as overseers or evaluators of lesser species potential. Throughout Star Trek The Next Generation, Q's appearances often serve as challenges or lessons for Captain Picard and his crew, whether it's confronting them with the Borg or placing them in scenarios where they have to confront their morals and decisions. Q seems intent on pushing humanity to its limits. The role of the Q. While they sometimes present themselves as tricksters or even antagonists, Q's interventions often have deeper purposes. Their interactions seem to revolve around understanding, evaluating, and sometimes guiding other species, especially humanity. This might suggest a form of responsibility the Continuum feels toward the evolution of the universe. To further expand on the Q and provide more comprehensive understanding of this enigmatic species, we can delve deeper into specific episodes across the Star Trek series that featured the Q, highlighting their interactions and their roles. We'll start with the obvious, Encounter at Farpoint, the very first appearance of Q. Here he places humanity on trial, accusing them of being a savage and barbaric race. It sets the tone for future interactions, positioning Q as both a potential threat and an evaluator of humanity's moral progress. Q Who? In this episode, Q introduces the Enterprise to the Borg, arguably one of the Federation's deadliest ever adversaries. While it appears to be a malicious act, Q's intention is to show the Enterprise crew, especially Picard, that they are not prepared for the threats that lie ahead in the galaxy. Deja Q. Q is stripped of his powers and made human as a punishment by the Continuum. This episode delves deeper into Q's character, showing his vulnerabilities, his fears, and also his potential for growth and understanding. It's a rare look at a more humane and vulnerable side of Q. True Q. This episode introduces Amanda Rogers, a young woman who starts manifesting Q-like powers. It's revealed that she's the offspring of two Q who choose to live as humans. This episode touches on the idea of inheritance, the nature versus nurture debate, and the moral dilemmas that come with such immense power. Death Wish from Voyager. One of the most profound episodes regarding the Q Continuum. A Q referred to as Quinn seeks asylum on Voyager, wishing to end his immortal life. It provides deep insights into the Continuum, its stagnation, and the philosophical debates about the meaning of existence and the right to end one's life. The Q and the Grey. Here, the Voyager crew is caught in the midst of a Q civil war, depicted as the American Civil War to be more comprehensible. This episode delves into the politics of the Continuum and the consequences of their internal conflicts on the mortal universe. All Good Things. The series finale of The Next Generation sees Q once again putting Picard and humanity on trial. It's revealed that the trial never really ended from their first encounter. Q challenges Picard to think beyond linear time, helping him prevent a potentially universe-ending anomaly. The episode concludes with Q hinting at humanity's potential to one day surpass even that of the Q. The philosophical and moral dynamics of the Q. Beyond their appearances and interactions, the Q episodes often pose philosophical and moral questions. Episodes like Death Wish question the value and purpose of eternal life. Is existence meaningful if it's eternal and unchanging? Responsibility and power. As seen in True Q, there's a deep exploration of the responsibilities that come with immense power. Can or should such power be wielded by individuals, especially if they haven't been conditioned by the Continuum? Human potential. Q's consistent interest in humanity, especially as seen in episodes like All Good Things, hints at humanity's potential. Q even suggests that humans might one day surpass Q in their evolution. There's a lot of things to think about when these philosophical and moral questions are posed. So, to conclude, the Q are one of the most enigmatic entities in the Star Trek universe. Their true origins, the full scope of their abilities, and their overarching purposes remain subjects of deep intrigue. What's evident from their interactions is that they play a pivotal role in the cosmic order of things, challenging and testing civilizations like humanity to realize their full potential. However, they also have their own vulnerabilities and conflicts, proving that even near omnipotent beings have complexities and challenges to face. And that's it for me today, my friends. How do you feel about Q? Do you like the Q episodes of Star Trek? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, if you're looking to pick up some cool Star Trek items and support the channel at the same time, you can check out our eBay store, Black Arrow Collectibles. There is a bunch of great Star Trek on there, including phasers, Enterprise models, and a few figures, and loads of other great pop culture items. You can get 5% off your order by using the code StarTrek5, just as a little thank you for watching my content. Thank you all so much for watching, fellow explorers. I hope you have a great day, live long and prosper, and I'll see you next time on Federation Outpost 111.